Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing a 2022 launch. It was actually launched on the occasion of the first Formula One Miami Grand Prix, and this is the IWC Pilot's Watch Chronograph Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One Team Edition. It is a big name for a watch that is not all that large, but has a large number of merits into its credit. So you may have seen Lewis Hamilton wearing this and up to 3 other watches as he protested Formula One's crackdown on watch and jewelry use during driving sessions. Well, I can tell you this, the watch is feather light, and if you were to wear 2 or 3 other watches at the same time, it would pay to make one of them this sapphire and titanium marvel I hold in my hand. So, grade 5 titanium, 41 millimeters in diameter. The watch measures 14.6 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 51.3 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The timepiece wears better than a lot of other pilots' watches, as the 41 millimeter case just makes sense. New for 2021, this case size is perfect, giving you a large, legible instrument-style chronograph, but at the same time, making it viable on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. You can see again, my wrist is 16. It'll fit underneath the jacket, maybe even underneath a racing suit, just not the tightest of exotic cuffs. It's a pretty versatile timepiece. It's got a handsome strap. You can see that the Petronas corporate color of teal is the color key for most of the watch dial features as well as the strap. The timepiece includes a textile pattern on top of a teal leather base. Now, IWC has a long history of embossing leather to look like textile, and I believe that is what we actually have here. So this is all leather. It's bolstered to give it thickness and volume. You can see it's a brand new IWC factory strap, no crimping, no gouging, and it uses a system that IWC has debuted recently to make it easier to remove a strap from the case while retaining a conventional 20 millimeter lug width and compatibility with conventional straps and spring bars. So unlike a lot of quick release systems here, this does not lock you into using proprietary straps. We have a matching media blasted titanium pin buckle, and you can appreciate that this is an unusual finish. No other IWC pilot's watch is available with this media blasted titanium finish, and it is grade 5 tie because you can see a few well-chosen polished highlights have been applied here. Grade 5 is great because like grade 2, it's hypoallergenic and lighter than steel. Unlike grade 2, it's also harder and more scratch resistant than steel. There's a little hairline bevel on the edge of the lug. You can see the same has been rendered on the edge of the bezel. The bezel is stepped in from the case flank to create the impression of a thinner watch. It's an aesthetic trick that a lot of brands use. You can see the bezel has both a vertical and a conical section. We have polished grade 5 titanium crown shoulders and crown. The watch has a screw-down crown. It is 100 meters water resistant. You can see the sapphire is cambered or domed over the top. We have a matte black dial base, and we have teal, lots of teal, including for the date and day discs, which I particularly like. We'll do a quick loom shot here, and as you can see, the watch is well loomed. The timepiece includes a day and a date with a double quick set function, and we'll showcase that here. As you can see, there's a quick set for the date, there's a quick set for the day. The watch uses what IWC describes as mint green. I say, okay, sure, it's obviously the color of their corporate sponsor, Petronas. I call it Petronas teal. You can call it mint green, whatever makes you happy. It is the same and wonderfully contemporary, as green and green-based colors have been very hot over the last 2 years in the watch industry. This teal take is neither Tiffany teal nor Rolex turquoise. I like the fact that they did use the corporate color because it just happens to be a really good match for the watch. Now, the timepiece includes caliber 69385, which is effectively a drop-in replacement for the old Valjoux 7750. So it is an IWC movement, and whether it's entirely IWC developed or a collaboration between IWC and Richemont Movement Factory Val Fleurier, the result is unarguable. It's a really good-looking caliber, machine finished to be sure, but handsome to look at and thoughtfully machine finished. It's an automatic winder with a bidirectional winding action, ceramic rotor bearings, a 46-hour power reserve, hacking seconds, a double quickset, 46-hour power reserve, chronograph operation by means of a column wheel, a feature not included on the previous IW3750. Let me show you this right here. You can see that the watch includes a visible and crisp column wheel for function cycling. So when you're operating the chronograph, unlike the old 7750, here you get a more crisp and positive report, a feel and a sound you associate with high-end chronographs and traditional watchmaking. And because of its vertical clutch, you can see that there's no jump or stagger to the seconds hand when you start it up, and you can just leave it running full-time with no additional wear and tear. That's an advantage to the vertical clutch. It beats away at 8 beats per second, and it is adjusted in a high horology standard 5 positions, which is actually quite impressive, as 5-position adjustment is rare outside of chronometer certified and Holy Trinity level watchmaking. So this is a technically accomplished watch that looks great, and while it is not expressly a limited edition, it will be limited production on a yearly basis. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.